Hey, welcome back. So after I finished my drawing, I took a nice photo and I emailed to myself and I opened it up in Adobe Illustrator. And some things you're going to recognize is that I try to take the clearest pictures I can with I usually put a filter on that's going to enhance the contrast a little bit. So the black pen lines appear a little bit more bold, and that's just going to help with this process. So I'm not going to go through a ton of detail about how I clean everything up, but I'm just going to kind of show you my process of how I take a drawing that I make and turn it into a vector image to be used as a sticker design. So I'm going to start by clicking on my image, and up here at the top I'm going to click this button that says Image Trace, and that converts the image into a tracing object. So I'm going to click on that and click OK. And it's going to take a couple of seconds. And there we go. So you can already kind of see a difference. I'll kind of zoom in a little bit so you can see it does look different. It's gotten rid of all the paper texture. It's taken those dark lines and converted them into a tracing path. So I still can't do anything to it yet. I have to hit expand, and that's going to show me all those paths it's created. This is the last time it actually loads. So another second. And so you can see all these individual points. If I zoom way in, all these individual points are anchor points that can be adjusted individually. So I'll zoom back out. And what I'm going to do next is I still can't move anything individually or get rid of anything. So I have to go to Object Ungroup. And now each piece of this is an individual thing. So I just clicked on that white background behind this. I'm going to kind of delete that. And first thing I like to do is get rid of all the white space. So I'm just going to make a colored background really quick and kind of send this all the way to the back. Whoops. Click on that. Object, arrange, send it to the back. It's behind all my images here. Now for this guy, I'm just going to start clicking on the white space and deleting it, because I don't want it. You know, sometimes I do want it, sometimes it's kind of fun. And for all these spaces down here, I don't want to worry about clicking on each of these individually. So I'm just going to click on this black border line, and you'll see that all the black is connected in the same path. So I'm going to lock this to the background, so that way I can just simply, oops. Let me lock this up too really quick. I thought I did, my bad. So I can quickly just now go through and select all these white spaces at once and get rid of them. So with that being said, now I have I'm going to unlock everything really quick and kind of, I'm just going to move this background out of the way so I can mess with it again in a little bit. So now I can take or use a variety of these tools to kind of clean up any spots on here that I'm not really happy with. And that's a pretty time-consuming process. So I'm just going to kind of do one part here. And if you're looking at it and you're thinking, which spot doesn't look great, my eyes kind of directed me right here where something happened in this line that I'm not super thrilled with. So I'm going to zoom in on it really quick and kind of get this tool in the way. And this spot right here just looks messy. So what I can do is I'm going to click on my path, and each of these individual anchor points are kind of like a stopping point in my path. So if I get rid of all these, my path is just going to kind of follow this direction here and just kind of go across there, and I'm going to clean that line up. So I'm going to click on my Delete Anchor Point tool, and I'm just going to kind of click on these points that are not really acting the way I want them to. And the more anchor points you have, the I guess less linear, less straight the path is going to be. So that really only took a couple of seconds, but there's a lot of spots in here that I probably want to clean up a little bit, especially down here with the trees. I kind of like the rugged look a little bit, but I would definitely want to move this path to the edge here. Probably delete, the bits and pieces where it kind of protruded out a little bit. So I'm going to kind of do that really quick to kind of show you just how simple it can really be. And just like that, I've gotten rid of that point that protrudes out from there. So that's pretty much my process. If I want to make this a different color, I can simply, I'll kind of highlight all this to make sure I can group it up again. And I can really easily just click on any color I want it to be. If I, that's fun. There we go. Brown. And then there's a whole bunch of variations I can play with using different tools. I can find almost any hue or value that I want to work with. If I want to have the background be a different color, I can do that as well. So that's pretty harsh to look at. So I'm going to try to pick something better for right now. I kind of always liked, that's a bit too crazy too. Maybe a nice dark gray on the screen would look nice. But that's pretty much my process. And in order to make it a sticker, I simply would save this file, email it over to the company who prints my stickers for me, and I would wait a couple of days and get my result. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching.